Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of The Finishing Blow. Hopefully you guys are having a good week. It's been pretty crazy. In the world of news, not so much to talk about, so I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I want to talk about some key topics that were really interesting to me. So let me go ahead and start off with Donnie Yen throwing a party for his stunt team. Now, a lot of these martial artists like Jackie Chan and Donnie Yen, they have their own stunt teams that follow with them to the sets to work on them with these projects. So Donnie's team has been with him for about 10 years, and during that time he's had new faces as well as some old ones, and he threw a party for his stunt team to show his appreciation for them and to let them know that he really enjoys working with them. You know, it's a tough industry and somebody has to do it, and these guys are there for him all the time, all day, every day, 365 days a year. So that's insane, and a lot of respect goes out to him and the team for that. So Donnie threw a party for his team, and also one of his stunt members, Yu Kang, is actually plays a key role in Iceman 3D, apparently. Now, this wouldn't have happened if Donnie didn't push for him to be in the film. So I also appreciate the fact that Donnie's actually putting new talent on the screen and in front so that everyone can get recognized and things like that. It's just amazing to me that somebody like Donnie would take time out of his busy day to really appreciate the people who help him become successful. You know, it's not always about the main star, it's about the team that makes you look good in these films. So props to Donnie, as well as the Donnie and Stunt team, for being amazing, and I wish them the most success in the future. Speaking of successes in the future, though, the Grandmaster won 12 awards at the Hong Kong Film Awards. Now, I don't know a lot about the Grandmaster. I still haven't seen it yet, which sounds really, really bad. It's been on my to-watch list for a while, but there's just been so many other movies that have been popping up that I haven't had a chance to see it. But the Grandmaster won 12 awards, which I think is a record for the award show itself. And so a lot of recognition for best film, cinematography, I think fight choreography, soundtrack, just pretty much anything you can think of. The Grandmaster walked away with it, besides like newcomer and things like that. So Zhang Ziyi won another award as well. So it's really, really interesting to see that. I've seen kind of split this. This movie's been kind of polarizing, I guess you could say, because there's been some people who really enjoy it and some people who really don't. I think that's one of the reasons why I've been waiting on it to check it out, because it's not on my to watch list very high up there. Now, it is an interesting film, and I think that it's going to do really well, but the way the pacing is and the way the story is different from other action movies. So it's cool to see them get awarded and recognized for the hard work that they put into that. I don't know exactly when I'm going to watch the movie, but I will let you know when I check it out what I think about it. But apparently everybody likes it, and this may pique my interest in it a little bit more. But if you have seen the movie, let me know in the comments what you think about it, and I'll have to check it out sooner or later. Alright, let's go ahead and switch gears and talk about a new movie that's coming out called Dragonblade. We talked about this film a little bit earlier. Jackie Chan, Mel Gibson teaming up together. Still kind of strange to me, but they have begun filming, and we don't really have too much besides the logo for the title card, I guess I should say, for the actual film. Now, there's not a lot of details as to what's going on in this movie. I still think that Jackie's going to be doing the majority of the fighting, although Mel Gibson did beef up a little bit, or a lot, actually, for Expendables 3. So I don't know how this is going to be, but it looks like the next couple films that Jackie's making is going to be American films. So you got the Karate Kid 2 that just got announced, Skip Trace, which is supposed to be made with Sean William Scott. So I don't know if he's going to be doing Chinese films or Hong Kong films in the near future or not. But we'll have to check it out as it goes. But really, really interesting, and I'm going to be keeping my eye on this movie to see how it develops. Alright, so this piece of news here that's coming up is actually kind of old, and I didn't exactly know how to wrap my head around it, so I haven't written about it for a little bit, but there's a remake coming out for the Kung Fu TV show. Now, the remake is actually going to be a film. The TV show, I think, spanned 4 seasons, I want to say, but it came out a little bit before my time, unfortunately, so I never got into it. I think I remember my dad watching reruns of Kung Fu on TV, but I never watched a single episode myself. But I can see why so many people are protective of this story and this franchise. And most of the people obviously are against the remake happening. I honestly cannot tell you how I feel about it because I haven't seen anything. But the people who have, I think, are really passionate about what they enjoy, and they don't want to see that butchered. Now, there are some remakes that are good, some remakes that are bad. Kung Fu, I'm not too sure, but let me know again in the comments what you guys think about the Kung Fu remake. Do I think it should exist? No, I don't think any remake should be. I don't think remakes should happen at all, to be truly honest with you. I haven't seen a remake that's really been better than the original film. I've seen some that capture the essence of the original film, but not necessarily eclipse the original film in any way, shape, or form. That's just my 2 cents on it, though. Alright, and lastly, for the news side of things, we have a poster and a trailer for Iceman 3D. I believe this is going to be the final for both. The trailer is actually really interesting. I don't know if I'll be able to embed it because it's not a YouTube video, but if I can, I will, and if I can, it'll be in the description. But anyways, it's very action-packed. Now, I did notice that the trailers showed the same fights over and over again, which I'm guessing there's not very many fights in this film, or that the main set pieces are really what's going to be in it. It got split into 2 films. I still don't know if that was a good idea or not, especially since the original was only 1 film. But it looks like the visual effects are going to make or break this movie. If the visual effects are bad, it's not going to be good, entertaining to watch, things like that. It's just going to be distracting. If it's good, it's going to complement the action, but it really just depends on how much time and energy they put into the visual effects themselves. So, I don't know. I'm just cautiously optimistic about this movie. I love Donnie, and I love the movies that he's been doing recently. This movie is kind of, I'm a little bit wary of it because of the visual effects. Alright, and lastly, I did a review for The Raid 2. Now, this movie was really, really interesting. I don't want to say too much. I really hope you guys check out my review on my website, which is martialartsmoviejunkie.com for those of you who watch only my channel, which I totally appreciate. That's fine. But I sometimes am better at writing my thoughts out as opposed to just saying them on a video. But I did a review for The Raid 2, and it's interesting. I've seen a lot of people going back and forth between this movie, and I try to make it a point when I do a review not to read any other review. I don't want to be influenced in any way by anybody else's opinions. And so I sat there in the theater watching this movie, and for the longest time I was trying to figure out what was bugging me, which is weird because I should have been just enjoying the movie itself. But I sat there trying to figure out, picking it apart as I'm watching it, and I did enjoy the movie. I hope that the review that I wrote doesn't come off too strong one way or another. I wanted it to be balanced, and I hope that I did that effectively. But in the end, it was a solid movie, and I think that you guys should watch it in the theaters. But if you want to know my just honest opinion on the film, and I try not to sugarcoat it. I'm not trying to be a box quote, although that would be really cool. I'm not looking to be a box quote just because. So let me know what you guys think. If you've seen The Raid, let me know if you've enjoyed it, if you've been comparing it to the first one, or if you're just kind of watching it as its own standalone film, which I think will change how you watch the movie entirely. So anyways, that's really it. I know it's a really, really short video. It's been a quick week, but it's been a crazy one for me, to say the least. It's been insane, and I know I said that every week, but hopefully you guys are having a good week. That's all that really matters, really, that we have fun and then we get back together once a week to do things like this. So thank you guys so much for your support. You guys are amazing, and I probably sound like a broken record when I say this, but I can't express enough how amazing you guys are. The community, there's more subscriptions every time I check, and it's just insane. I don't know what else to say. I hope that I can keep giving you guys content that you appreciate, and I'm going to try and do more videos, although right now this juggling act is a little bit tough, but I'm going to try and do the best that I can. So thank you guys so much for watching, so much for commenting, everything like that. You guys are the best, and I really do appreciate it. So thank you guys so much for watching. This is K Miller, and this week has been finished.